Welcome, fans, to a special edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, being joined by our special guest, the Commissioner of the CAA, Joe D'Antonio. Joe, great to have you here today.
Spiro, pleasure to be with you. Always great to be with Tiger Nation. Thank you for having me on.
Now, what finds you here on the Towson University campus?
Well, I'm here today for two reasons. I developed a program this year in which I committed to practicing one time with each of our CAA champions from last year. So I'm on campus this morning to practice with the men's lacrosse team, and if I survive that one, which hopefully I will, I'm going to spend some time with the women's track team this afternoon.
All right, you're going to go out and practice with the guys. Has Coach Nadling given you any indication what position you're going to play?
Yeah, we had some correspondence about that. He said that if I wanted to get hit, I could play offense. If I wanted to do the hitting, I could play defense. So I opted for the short stick offense, and hopefully I can avoid as many hits as I can. But hey, if I get whacked around a little bit, that's okay. I'm ready to go.
He didn't offer you goalie?
He did. He did say you could play goalie. I opted to stay out of that one, maybe for health reasons.
Objects flying at you at high speeds not appealing?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to score some goals rather than prevent the goals.
All right, now you say you're visiting every CAA champion during this season. What have you learned from doing this, going around to the different schools and meeting with the different teams?
Well, I'll be candid with you, it's been an incredible experience. I mean, the first thing, and I say this every time I have a chance to talk about it that sticks out in your mind, is just the level of athleticism of the athletes that I've had a chance to practice with. I mean, just incredible. I mean, from football to volleyball to field hockey, you're just really impressed and overwhelmed, to be candid with you, by the level of athleticism of our men's and women's student athletes. The other thing is it's great to have an opportunity to interact with them in an environment that under normal circumstances you never get a chance to do.
All right, so you're here in Towson, obviously a hotbed for lacrosse, as the champions, not only were they CAA champions, but went to the Final Four.
Absolutely.
Now we look, and the Towson women are in the top 10 nationally. You've got two teams in the top 10 nationally in the CAA, on the women's side. On the men's side, UMass is one of the hottest teams in the country. Where do you see lacrosse fitting in the future with the CAA?
Well, I don't even have to address it from the future. I can address it right now. I mean, I have made an emphasis since I think I started as commissioner that we were going to do everything we could within our power to up the ante of men's lacrosse programs within the conference and the sport at the conference level. I mean, you just spoke about the success that we've had both this year and last year, and we really feel as though with the strength of our programs, great student athletes, incredible coaches, that the CAA is a force to be reckoned with in both men's and women's lacrosse. You know, obviously there are challenges. There are challenges everywhere, both from a financial standpoint, maybe from an amenity standpoint, but we're doing everything we can within the power of our member institutions and within the power of the conference, using the resources we have to make sure we're putting maximum energy into making sure that our lacrosse programs are getting the attention they deserve.
Where do you see lacrosse on the high school level is booming?
No question.
Nationwide. Where do you see it on the college level in the next 5 to 10 years? We saw Utah just added lacrosse. Do you see an expansion possibly coming?
You know, there's a lot of factors that play into that, whether it be financial, whether it be participation number related on different campuses, but it's certainly a sport nationally that is garnering a lot of attention. And you've just mentioned that, a lot of attention. And I do think as institutions look at where can we possibly add programs for both the aspect of the excitement of athletics and men and women coming into our universities that are interested in that particular sport, certainly men's and women's lacrosse has to be right at the top of their list if they're having those thoughts.
How about the CAA? Possible expansion in the future? Stay as we are? Look at it?
Tough to say. We've had some conversations with our member institutions. I don't know if we have schools that are in a position right now for a variety of different reasons to add the sport. I think we have some institutions that really would like to add it, but for a variety of reasons, such as we just mentioned, whether it's financial, whether it's participation numbers, whether there's Title IX concerns involved, I just don't know if they're in a position to do it right now. But I think there are definitely some institutions, not that I'm going to name any, that have it certainly on the radar.
I know that the conference has aligned themselves with the LAC Sports Network. They have a game of the week. Where do you see the future of broadcasting these games to get a higher profile for the lacrosse programs?
Well, certainly our partnership with Lacrosse Sports Network has been tremendous. They've been a great partner to us. I'd like to think we've been a great partner to them, and we certainly appreciate everything that they are doing for us. You know, we're in a very unique situation as a mid-major conference relative to television exposure, potential television revenue. We're certainly always looking at new things, always watching the landscape of the television market. I think what folks may have a misnomer about is you don't just take a game and put it on linear television. There's usually a cost involved in that. And many times for a conference like ours, the way that we're able to garner, if there is going to be linear coverage, is the entity, the television entity, they need to pay the production costs. Unfortunately, what you're seeing nationally, not only in our conference, but you can go right down the line with even to the point of the Group of Five conferences such as the Mountain West Conference, the American Conference, et cetera, is you're seeing less and less rights fees paid to certain conferences, and you're seeing less and less production costs paid for conferences at our level. So it becomes there's a lot of factors involved when we talk about linear television and digital television. I'm not sure whether or not our conference is going to have a lot of linear television opportunities, the type of opportunities where you'd literally sit there with your clicker and watch the games on TV. But I'm certainly hopeful that from an exposure standpoint, our digital opportunities continue to increase. We're obviously very happy with what LSN is doing for us. We're very happy with our CAA TV product and the fact that our fans are able to watch almost all of our games. And we'll continue to keep our eye on the future, and we're always looking to improve in any way we can.
All right, well, be careful out on the field today. Don't let Coach Nadlin put you in harm's way.
I thank you. I'm ready to go. I feel good, so hopefully it'll be a good day out on the field.
Commissioner, always great to see you.
Always a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thanks, Spiro.
Commissioner of the CAA, Joe D'Antonio, we thank him for being with us on this special edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. Tune in also this week on TowsonTigers.com as head coach Sean Nadlin and I talk about the Tigers' matchup against UMass from last week and the upcoming matchup with the Blue Hens of Delaware. So for the Commissioner, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Tigers.